Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is episode 37, I think. I'll put a correction in the, like a caption. Or maybe I won't. But yeah, so that's episode 37, and yeah, I had a good day today. In the sense that, I'm sweating. I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera, but it's hot in here. Well, not hot. It's hot outside. And just got in here, the aircon's on, so let me give you a second to cool down, let the sweat dry. Yeah, good day today. What did we get to today? Today, we went to work, had some food, ate good, and trained good as well. Food-wise, we did 2 breakfast bars, so 400 calories there. We did, instead of the mince, I had steak from a barbecue over the weekend. I mentioned that in the previous video. That was good. Even though I like steak, not as good as the mince. I think mince, when you have it the next day, heats up in a heating up container, it's a bit better. It's more reheatable than the steak. You know, a steak is nice there and then, instead of, reheated, being left to go cold, and that's just my opinion, But yeah, steak's usually nice, made there and then, as opposed to reheated. So I had that with the same amount of rice and some peas, and yeah, it was good. It was nice. It was a nice change, but I'm a man of rigidity and schedule, so discipline. So I'm a bigger fan of just having the same thing. But it was good. Yeah, like I said, the 2 breakfast bars. I'm gonna go home now and have some eggs, 10 eggs with 2 slices of bread, and then I am probably gonna edit this and then go to bed. Maybe might read a little bit. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how much time I have. I need to catch up on sleep still from the UFC event. I mean, I mentioned yesterday how bad my sleep actually was, because I fell asleep at, I said watch episode, the previous episode, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, it wasn't great, so still catching up from that. And yeah, in terms of my gym session, today we trained chest. So we started off with incline Smith bench. Then we did some tricep push downs, lateral raises, into some chest flies, tricep pull downs with the rope, and then machine press, and then also some machine shoulder press. So yeah, good workout in terms of that. And then for the run, we did a 5k, maybe just a little bit more. The phone is really my watch is really discouraging me in terms of tracking and posting, because every single time on the treadmill I'll set it to a 6 minute 15 second per kilometer. No, sorry. Yeah, exactly. 6 minutes and 15 seconds. So 6:15 per kilometer, and the output on my watch, to be fair, it can be down to the tracking, the motion detection and whatever from the watch. It will come out to be 6:39. And if you run, there's a big difference between 6:39 and 6:15. So yeah. So the average on my watch is probably not really great. I'm gonna put it somewhere here. But it's more about the distance and the time for me, anyways. And yeah, heart rate was good. Shins were hurting a little bit, even though I took the weekend off. But it could be the case of hurting from not being used like that, but no So that was that in terms of the run. And yeah. So now, yeah, like I said, driving back now, going to go have a shower and make some eggs. Prep my meal for tomorrow as well. That's the plan. So, but yeah. The topic to talk about today is going to be motivation. I am hating currently doing push days in the gym. I think the main reason is because I don't really get a significant chest bump. I'm not sure if it's just my gym skill in the sense that I'm not able to contract my chest muscles in the way that gives me a chest bump. Like tricep pump, easy, and also I don't really get shoulder pumps, so it doesn't really feel like I'm working the muscle. I do get DOMs occasionally when I push hard, but also like I'm very weak in some chest movements. And I know that's like it's a bad excuse to say I hate a workout because I'm weak or I don't get a pump, but you know it's the truth. Like part of working out is, you know, getting that pump, you're feeling the blood rushing through you, feeling juicy, feeling swole. It's all part of that, but yeah, it's discouraging when, especially I've started taking beetroot powder. It's a beetroot supplement that is supposed to increase your nitrites, I'm pretty sure, or your nitric oxide levels in your body, which inherently lead to, you know, widened blood vessels, which should lead to better blood flow. But it does, I mean, it could be a case where my blood flow is fine in general, even though I drink a good amount of caffeine, and caffeine constricts your blood flow, you know, increase your blood pressure. So I don't really know. And you know, I never really took any metrics before I started taking these pills. Like I've noticed my heart rate sits a little bit lower than usual. Not compared to the pills, but just in general, like the average heart rate for a trained athlete, I'm pretty sure it's like 55. Today mine was tracking at 49, just resting heart rate. So it's low, yeah. And that could be because my, you know, my blood vessels are very, very widened. So yeah, I'm not really sure, to be honest. But yeah, no, it could be that. Could be that, you know, I'm making them wider than usual, so and my heart doesn't pump enough blood fast enough for that to be the case. I don't really know, to be honest. So yeah, it's just, if anyone knows anything about, you know, dietary recommendations for, you know, just increasing your blood flow, but I don't really think that's a thing, to be honest. I think that is the recommendation, to take something that, you know, increases your nitrites and nitric oxide levels, or nitric oxide production, something like that. There is a science to it, and I did you know, do a little bit of research into why people take beetroot powder supplements, and the general consensus is that yes, it does increase your blood vessels size, the diameter. So yeah, you know, it's a little bit discouraging, man. And I don't really understand the difference, because I can do a pull day and I can really feel my back muscles working. I can feel my bicep. Well, biceps have always been a very easy thing to get pump, and especially feel the muscle. Seeing as, you know, every teenage boy, when they're, you know, and then it's the early teenagers, picks up a dumbbell and the first thing they do is a bicep curl, and then literally from that day they're like, I need to grow massive biceps, you know. You know, big guns get the girls, you know. Childhood thoughts. So, you know, you start training biceps, and all of a sudden you really understand that contraction, the feel. You feel the little micro movements. You feel when you're stretching your bicep too much, you feel like, oh, it might be a bit close to tearing at this point. Like all those things, you feel them. And that's from muscle experience. But like, you know, it's like I haven't had experience training chest, because around the same time I started working out, I started training, you lifts. And yeah, I track my lifts. I have everything written down on my spreadsheet, a Google spreadsheet on my phone. And every single time I think, oh, let me up the weight. I check on there and see what I was doing last, and I up the weight. And it's fine. But it's not really anything. If you don't really get the immediate benefits of the pump, the muscle pains, oh yeah, it really works that hard that time. And when you feel strong in the movement, things like that, it doesn't really do anything for you. It's the weight, if the numbers going up, but you don't really feel like you worked that muscle. Like I can do incline Smith press, and I can do the reps, and then after I'll be thinking, wow, I don't even feel my chest at all. I feel my shoulders more. And that could be completely down to my form, but I've watched an incredible amount of videos just on incline Smith press to learn how to do it, because I told myself I'm going to try and make my gym sessions quick, so I'm going to do the things that I feel like I need to work on, and I feel like I need to work on my upper chest. So boom, we'll learn how to do incline Smith press, and we'll go from there and grow a massive upper chest. And since then I have not been able to do anything. I've watched so many videos like keeping your shoulders tucked in on the eccentric and the concentric. I've done all of those, and quite literally nothing seems to be working. Maybe it's the case I just have to go back to traditional old method of throwing around some dumbbells and just doing free weights back again. But I feel like I'm changing too much. I recently changed off that two sets per exercise thing, because I felt like I wasn't really getting a pump because I was only doing 2 sets and extremely heavy weight. So it's just I feel like I'm stuck in this loop of trying something new, getting bored, and then reverting back to something I did before, and then trying something new, getting bored, reverting to something I did before. And there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like my whole life has been that, trying something new, and then trying something else. And it's, it's like interests. Do you have a new interest, like golf or something? Try it out. Maybe it wasn't for you, and you move on. And you may come back to it, try it out again, and like, oh, this really isn't for me, move on. I don't know, I feel like this is another one of those phases of the gym where the other workouts feel amazing, they feel fine, and because I think my mentality, I'm not walking into the gym I'm not thinking I'm going to absolutely crush this workout, I'm going to get a crazy pump, and then I'm going to go. And it could be the fact that yes, I'm working out after I've done a long day at work, maybe after I haven't slept very well, so I haven't recovered fully, and I haven't got the best mindset for the gym. It could absolutely be a lot of factors, but something tells me in this case it's not really any of those factors, and it's more me. So I don't really know. I feel like I need to learn something, get something new, different, step out of my comfort zone. Because yeah, I'm very comfortable in the gym. Like, I could say the gym is my second home. I used to spend 3 hours in the gym sometimes. I used to spend 4 hours when I was powerlifting and stuff. So yeah, I'm very comfortable in the gym, and maybe it's just time for me to stop doing stuff that I'm content with and start doing something to inspire me to be better, And yeah, that's my thoughts on motivation and my current gym workouts. Bit of a tight squeeze. Yeah, I've just pulled up to the house. I'm going to probably end the video there. And yeah, I didn't say this to discourage anyone from going to the gym. It's more of a case of I'm doing it out of discipline, because if I don't do the gym, I won't really do anything. I'll just go on a run, and if I run all the time, I'm just going to lose my muscle mass. And it's not like I've spent 6 years working out. Well, 6 years? 7 years. Not consistently, on and off, obviously, but for the majority on, working out to achieve pretty mediocre physique and mediocre strength, And that's the discouraging part. but obviously everyone else has their own ways of doing things, and maybe I'm just not the most dedicated to the gym because I've always had other interests. Who really knows? But anyways, that was just a quick video on that. Yes, I'm ending this on a very somber, kind of negative note, but I think it's one of those days, you know, where the workout didn't go amazing and just be negative about it. I'm sure hopefully the next chest day I do, I'm going to be super pumped about. I'm like, yeah, good pump, good workout. I hope that's the case. But today wasn't a good workout. But yeah, anyways, again, I appreciate you guys for watching. I am gonna head off now, make some food. So I will catch you guys in the next video. I hope you all have an amazing morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you are in the world. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.